So it has taken me 2 days to put all this together because I have ADHD and I have all these files and all these different things that are associated with this. But meet Gabi's and Dani's dad. Now, Dani posted that picture of them in 2014, and that was obviously an older picture of them with their dad. But Brian S. Klein was born on August 20th, 1972. He passed away on July 25th of 2021. Since Gabi can't remember, there's his obituary, but I also put together all of his cases because the very first sentence of her pamphlet is a lie. My sister and I were born on June 2nd, 1992. We are fraternal twins, sometimes referred to as mirror twins. Fraternal twins and mirror twins are not the same thing. I've already addressed that. Our biological parents were both 16 years old when we were conceived and completely unprepared to raise a child, much less two. Well, I can tell you one thing. Your dad was, why Mimi? I guess your mom liked bad boys. By the way, your mom was like 18 when you were born. So I put together all of his cases. Prior to their birth, he had a lot of like traffic violations, driving on suspended license. In 1992, a couple months after they were born, he caught a burglary plea, pled guilty, 6/28/93. There's 1995 traffic regulation. These cases are old, so it's kind of hard to get a lot of detail. This is the big one here, when this theft of labor or services, that's actually grand theft auto as well. We'll get into that because in between 95 and this, so in 2002, I think he got arrested for, March 2016, possession of a controlled substance. So yes, I do believe he did have substance abuse issues. But this is the one here that he got sentenced to 8 years in prison. He was released. He was sentenced in 2016. He was released in 2020, so he served roughly half his sentence. And I think part of this release here was due to, that was COVID. They did compassionate release for like non-violent offenders in Illinois. I've got a much more detailed video about this that I'm about to post later, but it's a half an hour long, so I have to break it up into segments. And also I revived my Discord, so I will have all of the related files will be posted over there, including this document. So he got out his exit date was April 9th of 2020. In August of 2020, he was driving without, his license was revoked. Well, there's a thing called a habitual traffic violator, so an HTV, and you get like a lifetime suspension. I can't find that because Illinois is so locked down on this shit, but it's whatever. Operating a motor vehicle while using an electronic device, operating an uninsured vehicle. And I put, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree because Gabi got a ticket in Illinois from 2023 for a couple of these things, plus not having her kid in a properly restrained. So these are all the documents that I have. In 1997, it was 95. This is still on between 95 and 97. Either way. So he stole a car in Monroe County, Florida, and was picked up. And I've got the arrest warrant and all this good stuff. And then he violated he got like 30 months of probation, 48 days in jail, skipped out on his probation. Then proceeds to file an appeal. Because while he's in prison in Illinois, back up here on this 2016 charge, he decides he wants to go to a rehab facility that is like state sponsored. And he still has, because he skipped out on this warrant in Monroe County, Florida, back in 1997. That is a felony, by the way. Grand Theft Auto over a certain amount is still a felony. He takes this he appeals this. So I've got all the appeal stuff, but at the end of the day, they denied his appeal. Because he's like, well, I've got this warrant as part of this rehabilitation program for the state of Illinois. You have to pass things on a checklist, and one of them is to not have a warrant out of state, and he did. So this is all I've got together. Oh wait, this is his, I'll show you guys this is from March of 2016. This charge, this is in Chicago. Cook County is not great. I do have that possession of a controlled substance. Yeah. So Chicago PD 3/21/2016, possession of a controlled substance. So, this is his cases in Florida. Grand theft, felony of a 3rd degree, which really wouldn't have been a big deal had he not skipped out on it. So I'm putting together everything else. There's a much longer explanation that ties all this together. And why does it matter? Well, because you're a fucking liar, Gabi. So these are all of his appeals. This one here is great because he literally hand wrote that stuff to the judicial circuit judge for Monroe County, Florida. So, yep, that's what I've been doing. So, all these documents I'm going to upload to my Discord. No, I'm not going to charge anybody to get on my Discord. I just ask that if you share it, like, give me credit for it. That's all I want. Because, no, I'm not monetized, but I'm also going to move over to YouTube as well. So, I'm not going to be like Gabi and go, don't you stream my content, damn it. Get off my yard. I won't be that way. But at least give credit. So that way if somebody watches shit that I've done, like, they can maybe come back and follow me as well as you. So it's a pay it forward. Oh, the arrest warrant from Florida is great as well. Like, just when he was pulled over. Because, hold on. I do have time to do this. Because when you get arrested, they put down, like, scars, marks, tattoos, physical, you know, whatever. On his groin, he's got a tattoo that says, suck this with an arrow. Apple don't fall too far from the tree now, does it, Gabi? Y'all have a great evening, and I'll get all my shit together. I'm editing that video now, so it'll probably be later tonight. But bye!